how do you know whether or not you should go ahead and try to make a sale now or come back, right? So a couple of the questions that he alluded to that he didn't actually explain to you. Two questions that I ask a client if I'm going out as a comfort consultant. First one is, how many quotes have you had so far? Second one is, when is your last quote scheduled? All right. People never, ever, ever give me a difficult time gaining this information. And this is maybe 2 of 10 questions that I'll ask. Now, why am I asking how many quotes they've had so far? Wouldn't that be nice to know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to know whether or not I'm up against some competition right now or not? So wouldn't it be nice to know whether or not they've actually got quotes in their hand already? Right. Wouldn't it be nice to know if there's one coming after you tonight? Wouldn't it be nice to know if there's one coming an hour from now, so that we're not on top of one another, right? And a lot of times, first of all, I want to either be the first person or the last. Personally, I'd rather be the first person in there so that I can set landmines for everybody to trip over and blow themselves up. Or I want to be the guy that comes back and is able to get a look at all the proposals if I need to and actually make the deal. Because if I'm the last guy in, I can close that deal, right? So when is your, how many quotes have you had so far? When's your last quote scheduled? Now, Jacob, you're going to have to feel it out, right? I'll ask myself, am I the only person, like on a two-legger, maybe it's only one person there, am I the only person that is going to pitch these people separately? And if that's the case, I'm going to come back. And I typically make that decision very soon in the call, and it's usually made when I ask how many quotes have you had so far and when's your last quote scheduled, because if they've got other quotes scheduled, it's going to be easier for me to come back behind that one than it is for me to get them to reschedule it or cancel it, right? It happens. I have not rescheduled, but I have canceled appointments for my clients after they bought them from me. But if they've got another quote scheduled on Thursday and it's at 4 o'clock and I can get that information, I'll go, okay, cool. So here's how this is going to go. The purpose of today's meeting is for me to measure your house. I'm going to measure the square footage, the cubic feet in the house, how tall the ceilings are. I'm going to measure how much wall you've got on the perimeter, your window sizes, whether or not they face north, south, east, or west, because you know that does make a difference, right? Sun coming through west windows, you know how that's hot. Right. And then I'm going to take all this, your insulation levels, all kinds of information, even the type of ductwork you've got, and I'm going to put it into a calculation. I'm going to take it back to my team. We're going to hammer it out, and then I'm going to come back here and show you exactly what size heating and air conditioning system you need, because the EPA says that you shouldn't use a contractor that doesn't perform a load calculation. It actually says right here, this is from the Environmental Protection Agency. Right. So how does Thursday at 6:30 sound? Boom, now I'm in behind the other guy, right? So I got the information I needed. I told him how this is going to go, and I'm going to spend at least an hour, 75 minutes there, measuring the house, asking some questions, building some rapport, gaining some trust before I take them with me to come back.
I usually take the husband with me and be like, hey, hold this. We're measuring this from this wall to this wall. Oh, wow, great.
The only challenge there is that you've got to be very, very careful to not get too friendly.
Right.
Okay. You get too friendly, that can mess things up. You want to stay very professional. So I would limit the amount of conversation. I wouldn't be making any extra conversation. If they were asking me questions, there would be very, very short answers, hoping that they would run out of questions.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah,
and frankly, all of that distracts you and takes longer anyway. So your previous question, if you wanted to figure out how to get out of there faster, stop talking so damn much to the client.
Hey everybody, it's Steve Young, co-founder of Service Tech Secrets. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that little red button. Down below this video, you'll see a little button that says Show More. Click on Show More and you'll see a ton of free resources in there to change your lives, your family's lives, and your company's profits. We'll see you in the next video.